Okay, how many ports do I have in the switch? I have 24 ports and 2 gigabit Ethernet cables, cell ports, and a VLAN. So how to see a VLAN? Show VLAN 3. I can able to see VLAN 1, which is a default VLAN. The other name for VLAN 1 is called native VLAN. In the on native VLAN, all the ports will be there by default. What is this FDDI? This is for FDDI is for
Yeah, by default they will be there.
that is for optical cables and all. Okay, these are the default for the. This is the default for optical cables, and token ring is no more now available. So these are the default thing they have made initially with the switch. Here we'll consider a situation in which I have 3 switches in each floors, first floor and second floor and third floor. There are 3 kind of groups are there, like accountant, HR, like it. So I will take first, this group is called as HR group initially. Okay. This is the HR group. So what I'll do, I'll create a VLAN for them for separately for the HR group. So how to create a VLAN in all the switches?
Configuration
Hmm.
VLAN
VLAN
10.
So we create from VLAN 2, we cannot create VLAN 1, it's already created. We create from VLAN 2, we can name anything HR. Okay, then we want to go to the interface. What is the interface? F0/2 and F0/1. We will go to F0/1 to 2. Interface range we want to give if I want to give like this. Then switch port, I want to put it in the access, right?
Yes, switch port mode access.
Mode access. Then I want to access the VLAN also. How to do that one? Switch port access VLAN. What is the name? 2. So this port will enable the VLAN 2. We have enabled the VLAN 2 in this switch port F0/1. Will activate in the same also F0/2. Switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 2. We'll give the IP address for this laptops. 1.1.1.1 anything. What is the default gateway? You know, no? Default gateway is in the router. That's 2, 10, Can I able to ping with each other?
Or from this PC that is I can ping.
Yeah, that's what. Can I able to ping? I can able to ping. So within a floor, I can able to manage with the same groups. If suppose there is a 2 group, one is HR, another one is accountant. I have 2 groups now. So what I'll do, I'll change the IP address into 20. Okay, 20 is my router default. That is my default gateway. We'll create another VLAN, VLAN 3, and we'll go to interface F0/1 switch port access VLAN.
Switch port mode access.
VLAN.
Switch port mode access.
We already accessed that switch. Initially we had given VLAN 2, no? VLAN 3. Name is, what is the name? We have already created, I think so. Show VLAN 3. So I have 2 VLANs, VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. Okay, if you want, it was overwritten now. If you want the name VLAN 2, we'll give the name as HR, and for VLAN 3, we'll give the name as
Account.
account. Actually, it was overwritten with both. VLAN 2 I have given, it was overwritten. So with this in VLAN 3 is in F0/1. We'll go to interface F0/2, switch port, access VLAN, VLAN 2. Now we can see show VLAN P. Now there are two departments in which HR department is in F0/2 and account department is in F0/1. Can account and HR department can ping each other? That means can they speak to each other? Can they speak?
No,
Why?
the different villains.
Different VLANs cannot communicate with each other.
Yeah, for that we need a router.
Yeah. Then we'll go to this switch also. We'll create for a HR group now. VLAN 2 will create name it as HR and we'll go to interface F0/1 switch port more access switch port access VLAN 2. Okay. Now I have made this into VLAN 2. This is also VLAN 2. Will HR department can communicate with this HR? There is a suppose there is HR over here. This person can he communicate with this VLAN 2?
No,
He is also in VLAN 2. He is also in VLAN 2.
no,
Why?
because I haven't configured trunk between the
Yeah.
two switches.
What is trunk?
Trunk is a concept which allows the switch to transfer VLAN information between the switches.
Okay. So I will go here. Go to interface F0/3 switch interface F0/3 switch port mode trunk. That's all. He made the trunk. Can he able to communicate with now? Okay. Then
Yeah.
that 2 can he able to communicate now with 2? I can able to communicate with 2. The same thing we do here also. Interface F0/1
Two.
interface F0/2 switch port mode trunk. So create a VLAN name to VLAN name to HR F0/1 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 2. Now that's the that 3 is the laptop number.
4, I think.
3. Then now I'm trying to ping with 10.1.1.1 and 10.1.1.2. Again able to do with the first switch. Again able to do with the second switch also. VLAN has been created. Now there is different VLANs, account VLAN and the HR VLAN. So how to make them to communicate with each other through inter VLAN? How to create an inter VLAN?
True, by using a router.
That's why we have to create an inter VLAN with the help of router. Before doing that, what we want to do with the router?
We have to for
Use the modules. That's how it have. One second. This router I have two cables only. I'll install one more. Now, before I'm doing the interval, and first thing, what should I do? I want to make this port should be trunk. Okay. Now I'll go to interface F0/3. I have to make that port to be trunk first. This one. Interface F0/4. Switch port mode trunk. This also. Interface F0/4. Switch port mode trunk. So before that I want to make that as a trunk port. Then I want to create an sub interface for each VLAN. I have how many VLANs now? Two VLANs. So I create a sub interface F0/0 point. Okay, got it.
Why there is no need to creating sub interfaces right now?
See, I want to create a sub interface. There is two VLANs over here. These two VLANs have to communicate with each other.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to go to this particular interface number F0/0.10. Okay, for the first one, and for the second one F0/0.20, so that they can communicate with each other. If suppose I have one switch, there is no problem. I create only one. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to go to interface F0/0/0. First I want to give no should command. Then only I can create the sub interface. Interface F0/0/0.10. I'll go to what to do with this. Okay. For example, I'll do with this interface. Okay. I else will change the topology. VLAN concept you understood now. What is VLAN? How to create a VLAN? First, what we will do here, we take a router. We have a switch over here, and we have another switch over here. Two switches, and I have three types of VLANs: VLAN 1, VLAN 2, and VLAN 3. The same three VLANs in this switch also. In all the flows, suppose there are three type of groups are there. This is of lecture. This is of accounts. This is of finance. Accounts, finance. Okay. First I'll configure the IP address for this 100.100.1. 10.100.10 is my gateway, and for the second VLAN I'll go here, I'll create 20.100.1, 20.100.1, 20.100.10. Create for the third one, 30.100.1, and create 30.100.10. For this laptop, two 10. Yeah, this is for accounts department. HR of 10 group, accounts is of 20, and
But you put in
finance
10
is
there.
10.
default gateway.
Yeah, this is a router gateway.
Router is, oh yeah. Okay.
I can give any number. I am giving a big number. I have two routers on there. 30, 10. For all the VLANs, there will be only one gateway. Not all, for everyone, separate gateway not be there. First, I connect. Okay, then we'll create three VLANs. VLAN 2, name it as capture. We'll create VLAN 3, name it as accounts. We'll create
This one I know.
4.
I don't, this one we will not get. But if I have,
First I'll connect, I'll create into VLAN. That I'll tell you. If I made that as a trunk, it can work with all the VLANs. Name it as VLANs. And go to replicate that one. Switch port node access. Switch port access. VLAN 2. Switch port access. Node access. Switch port access. VLAN 0 slash 3. Switch port access. Port access VLAN. Show VLAN 3. Interface 0 slash 4. Switch port node.
you configure the router also, no?
Yeah, first I'll configure this. Interface 0 slash 4. Switch port node. HR VLAN 3.
Just this VTP now.
Okay.
Mm.
So this F0 slash 1. Switch port access. VLAN 0 slash 2. VLAN 3. Then now I have a problem. HR can connect with HR, right? At least.
Hmm?
HR in this switch can communicate with this HR.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Then turn it on. Can I able to get the reply? So we same VLAN can communicate with each other, but I cannot communicate with account VLAN, right? Ping 20 one. I cannot able to communicate with the other VLAN. So how do I do? How do I do? I'll create an sub interface through the router. I'll create sub interface f0 slash 0.10 for which VLAN? VLAN 2. VLAN 2. And f0 slash 0.20 is for VLAN 3. And f0 slash 0.30 is for VLAN 4. Okay, for 3 VLANs I created a 3 subinterfaces. I can directly connect the router with this switch also, which remains the same because I have a trunking here. Okay, it will work. So I'll go here first. I'll make this interface as a trunk interface first. Interface at 0/5 switch port node trunk I'll make initially. Then I'll go to the router. Before making the sub interface, what I want to do, I want to give no shit command in the interface. No shit. Then I can create a sub interface 0/0.10. Okay, sub interface is created. Now what we can do, I create this. Now for the inter-VLAN communication, initially I want to create a .1q tunnel. Okay, my encapsulation should be .1q. With the help of the standard, I'll show you. First, initially for a router, what will give IP address? If I give the IP address, what will happen? Let's see. What is my default gateway for this HR? 10.10, 255.255.255.0. If I give like this, it will not accept. See, configuring IP routing on an interface are not only allowed if the subinterface is already configured as a part of IEEE 802.10. Before I am creating a subinterface in the LAN communication, okay, I want to make it into a IEEE standard 802.1. How to do that one? First, I want to do encapsulation .1 q. I want to tell the for which VLAN I am doing. I am doing this for VLAN 2. Encapsulation .1 q. VLAN number is 2. Then I can give the IP address. Now I can give the IP address. There is no need of no shit command here. This is sub interface. Then I will create for VLAN 3. That is for account department. I will go to 0/0.20. Okay, first initially I want to enable the .1q for VLAN 3. Then I want to give the IP address 20.1.1.10, which is my default gateway for the particular VLAN, and I'll create 30. This is for VLAN 4. I want I have to give VLAN 4. Then we can give the IP address. Now if I give like that, can I able to ping with the different VLANs now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll in HR and try to ping with accounts department. Still I cannot be able to ping. Why?
First R. No.
Not R. It takes 30 seconds to send all mail because this will be up after 30 seconds because of the spanning tree protocol. Okay, that's what we want to give initially in the spanning tree protocol. I'll teach in the CCNP. As of now, I will tell you only one thing. Whenever there is a port which is directly connected to the laptop, we want to go to the port first. F0/1 we want to go, and we want to give this command only. You just remember, okay? Spanning tree. I want to give port fast. If it is a direct laptop.
Yeah, broadcast we can use it only on end host, right?
Yeah, only for the end device. This is or end device. Also, we can do only for the system devices like laptops, computers like that. Which the spanning tree, I don't want to run the spanning tree like that. I'm telling. Make the porters up suddenly. If I am giving here, what will happen? Loop may cause. If I have another connection with the same switch, loop will be formed.
Even if we configure also it won't work.
Yeah. Okay. Now interval is also done. Okay. I can suppose I have some 14 floors in my company. I cannot go to all the switches. I cannot make it to configure. Right? I cannot go all the switches. I have to create some 200 VLANs. I have 200 groups in a company. In each floor there is 200 groups. I cannot create all the things, right? How to do that one then?
VTP.
What is meant by VTP?
It's a virtual trunking protocol.
Hmm.
Virtual trunking protocol by which if I configure in one switches,
Hmm.
it will automatically be added to all the other switches.
Okay, let's see now. I have three switches, four switches will take. Okay. What are the different types of VTP?
The ISL and what you
Hmm.
right?
VTP. I
VTP.
have first I want to create a mode. Which mode I want to create? I am making the first one is server. By default,
Server mode, transformer mode, and client
yeah,
mode.
by default all the switches in server mode. And if I give server also, device mode is already in server. By default, all the switches in server mode only. It will not be another some other mode. Okay. After that, I want to give a domain name, right?
Yeah.
VTP domain. I want to create a name for the domain. I'll create a name like HR or a company name Cisco. Okay, what it is coming from null to Cisco made has been made.
By
Okay,
default, all are null.
yeah, it's null only. If you want, you can set up a password. If you want, you can make the versions according to your need. VTP version. You can give the administrator domain type as 1 and 2, which will study in CCNA. What is this version number 1 and 2 will be. So as of now, this is more than enough. And we have to create a already a server. I want to give the name for the particular domain. Initially, all the switches are in server mode only. This is my master switch. Okay, this is my master switch where I'll configure everything so that it will reach to clients. Now I'll go to this switch. I'll create this mode as client. Mode to client. That's all I'll make. Then I'll go this as a transparent mode.
If you want to see many update, but you can send up
Yeah. Config
like easy boss.
VTP domain.
You won't
He
hear
will
anything.
not do anything actually.
You won't hear anything, but you can update.
Transparent and VTP mode as transparent. Okay.
Like
VTP mode as correct. Okay. I didn't give any names for this. I will go to VTP status to check whether my VTP is working or not. I am home. I am a client. My existing balance is at 5 and I am supporting the maximum balance 255 I can support. But I didn't get the name of Cisco of server, right? I didn't get any name. This is a server. This is a client. This is a transference which this is of another client. So will he be able to get why he didn't get?
domain name.
Yeah, I have created domain for the server as Cisco, in which I want to get the same in the client, but I didn't get why. Initially, I want to make all the port that is connected with the switch to be front. Okay, I will go to interface F0/1. I will make that as a front port. I will go to here also. Interface F0/1. Switch port mode front and for F0/2 also. And then switch port front. Now go to this switch also. If it is not run, I cannot able to get anything. F0/1 switch port mode front interface F0/2 switch port interface F0/1 switch port mode. Can I able to get the name of system now?
Yeah.
Show VTP status. I can able to get the name of Cisco. Okay, I cannot able to sit in all the switches. I cannot make. Once I make a client, I'll create a VLAN. Okay, VLAN. So I'll create. I'll name it as Raga. Can I able to see the same in VLAN this switch?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right, right. Because I have given the transfer and mode, I have given the name, domain name.
Okay.
Transfer, APP, domain name, transfer, hardware. I have given name.
Cisco. Laptop.
There will be mismatch on the okay. Name, now mismatch will not happen. Now can I able to see the same VLAN in the another switch? Yes, I can able to see. Can I able to see in the transparent mode?
Yeah.
So VLAN 3, I will not see. Can I able to see in this switch? In the last switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Transparent what actually it is doing? It is just
Forward.
forward. It will not
Update.
save anything. So first initially I will create all the VLANs. I will do like this. Now any person coming with the switch from his home, he is connecting with any of the switches or else master switch, any switch. He have his cabin and a laptop and be connected, through which he is connected with the master switch now. Now what he is doing, by default, all our servers, right? All our servers, I will go to interface F0/1. I will go to interface F0/1. Okay, F0/1. I will make this as a trunk port. What will happen?
It will send all its update to there.
I will
Higher
another.
edition number. Then it will all the switches will give here one table.
I will make this as a dynamic also. If I am making dynamic,
By default it is dynamic, right?
dynamic desirable or auto. I am making this port should be dynamic desirable. What is dynamic desirable?
Yeah, it will send
I can make
to
my
the
switch port mode. I have what kind of modes? Access mode and trunk mode and dynamic mode. What is dynamic? Whatever in the opposite will negotiate. Suppose that is for desirable, it will negotiate with them. I am making this as a dynamic port. Whatever opposite is there, I will take that auto. So now, can I able to get this one now? All the VLAN informations. Can I able to get? I can able to get. See through which he can get all the details of the company. Correct. So what kind of switch I can make now? What kind of VTP mode I can make now here?
I can make different VTP domain.
First, initially, if you made all, if you configure all the switches, okay, then you make all the switches to be in transparent mode. Okay, make all the switches in transparent mode, so that anyone can, if anyone comes in also, you will not get anything. And give the VTP password as well. Okay, how to give the VTP password? VTP password anything. Okay, so in order to avoid all these things, these are VTP. Now we'll see about DHCP configuration. Okay, what is DORA? Instead we'll make up with a small bit. I have a DNS server with the laptop. Okay, this will make it as a DNS server. Okay, this is my DNS server. This is my laptop. So what is DORA?
Dis-
Discover,
discover,
then offer,
offer,
then
then
request.
offer.
DORA. Yeah.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah. First I will discover initially. Then I will offer. First I will discover what all devices can do with me. Then I will offer. Okay. Then if it is taking the request again, then I will give the acknowledgement. Okay. First, how to configure a DNS server? DORA understood, na? Discover, offer, request, and acknowledgement.
How to configure a DNS server?
Yeah.
Never.
So we are connected with the laptop. Now what I will do?
CCNA.
This is CCNA. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. See, this is your laptop. You cannot go to every laptop. You cannot make a DHCP sorry, IP address configuration. How you can do it? You cannot able to do, right? So what I will do? I will go to the configuration.
DNS server we can do IP address. Is DHCP.
Sorry, not this is a DHCP. I made the name as DNS. Sorry. DHCP server. So how will I configure a DHCP server?
Yeah, DHCP we can configure.
Yeah, that's what how
That one I don't
I
know.
confused with that name. How to configure a DHCP server?
I don't know.
I want to create a DHCP pool first.
Oh, okay, that's like netting.
Yeah, I want to create a pool. I want to give the name for that pool. I created a DHCP pool from which the IP address will be given to the laptops based on the request. Then I want to tell about the network. Network means what are the IP address from where to where I am going to give. See, 10.1.1.1.0. This is my network address. I have to give the subnet mask also. Once given, so that it will take from 10.1.1.1 is the network address, 0 is my host address. I will give. Then I want to tell about the default gateway. Who is the default router for the laptop? If anything, any package want to send to the outside world, what is the default address I want to give to the laptops? I have given manually in the previous session. No? So I am telling my default gateway is this one. That is the router address. Then I can tell about the DNS name also, DNS server address also. Extra through DHCP I can tell about the DNS also. I am telling 101 is if you have that is the IP address to reach DNS. So I will go to interface F0/0 now. This is my router address. Okay, I will create an IP address 10.1.10 255.255.0. Give no show. Can laptop able to get the address now? Yeah. Yes. This is simple configuration of DHCP. Now I have a different scenario. I have a router here. This is your company. But DHCP server is in somewhere else. Suppose it is in your company router H router and the DHCP server is in Delhi. DHCP server is in Delhi. Okay, this company router, you have a LAN connection also here. This is important, they will ask you in the interview mostly. You have 3 VLAN connections. This is of HR's department. This is of account department. This is of finance.
Yeah, this laptop is good, yeah. This angle we can watch.
Yeah, this is anti-glaring.
Yeah?
Anti-glaring screen. Okay, leave that one. I have DHCP server here in Delhi. Is this your company? I'll create, I'll go to the switch, I'll do the same thing. Enable F0/1. Okay, three
Why you are
VLANs.
going to switch? You are configuring, right?
No, I am doing with the See, my DHCP server is in somewhere else. Okay, I have three VLANs over here. You have to get the IP address. Suppose I have HR department, I have 500 PCs. Account department, I have 500 PCs. I cannot go and configure. I will connect to the DHCP server through my edge router. So how to configure that one? I'll create VLAN 2, name it as HR VLAN 3, name it as account. Okay, VLAN 4, name it as finance. And put into F0/1 switch port access VLAN 2 F0/2 3/3. Why you need the command every time switch mode access?
So that we can put
Because
it
it
in access
can
mode.
by default it will be dynamic disable.
Yeah.
So I am making that change, but in this package there is no need. It will be in between no mode. Okay. If I give show interface brief, okay, it is unassigned, it's coming. And the IP address is unassigned, and the method is manual status is up, that's all. It's nothing like if it is real, it will come here as a dynamic desirable. This is a packet, this is not coming. I have created three VLANs, I have made the tags access. Then I will make F0/4 as trunk port. Okay. Then I will create a sub interface here for the three VLANs. F0/0.10, F0/0.20, and 0/0.20, and F0/0.30. And go to this interface and create the sub interfaces. 0/0.10.
First of all, I have to put
No shit. Correct? This is a packet. Okay, it will work. Then I want to give I cannot give the IP address directly. I want to give the .1 queue first. .1 queue for VLAN 2. Now when it's actually switched on. 0.10 encapsulation .1 queue is for VLAN 2. And I have to give the IP address as 10 10 10 0. Okay, then I will go to interface F0/20. This is for VLAN 3. IP address is 20. Okay, for a particular VLAN, if you are creating gateway of 20, you have to create a DHCP pool of 20 network only. If you are creating a VLAN for VLAN 2, you are creating some 40 network, it will not come. Your default gateway should be matched if the DHCP server is in some other place. 184, this is for 30. Okay, now it is done. Now interVLAN is possible, but I don't have any IP address for DHCP server in some other place. Between the router and router, what is the initial configuration I want to do? I want to give the IP address, right? I will give the IP address here. Go to configuration mode, enter the 0/1 IP address 10.1.12.1.255.0. No shit. And I'll go to this router also. Interface F0/0 IP address 10.1.12.255.0. No shit. Now the communication is happening between the router. But will it happen between the router and the switch? No, correct? Because this router knows about this. This router doesn't know about these laptops. Then how can it give the IP address to the laptops? So any of the protocol I want to run, right?
Yeah.
I'll run EAGRP. Okay. Network. I have what and all network I have? 10 network, 20 network, and 30 network, right? which is a fixed departments network, and DHCP server also. I'll drive router 8 network. I have only 10 network. You can use up with subnet mask also if you want particularly to match it. Now can I able to see the 20 network now on this? Show IP route. I'm getting about 30. What about the 20? We have done it, but it's not coming now. What happened to this? Oh, I didn't configure this for VLAN start 30. Thank you for VLAN. Oh, about 30. Connection dot 20 for VLAN 4. Address is 30. IP interface. Show IP route. I have 20 network and 30 network, right? Can I able to see the same in DHCP?
Yeah.
Show IP route. I can able to see the 10 network, 20 network, and 30 network. So I'll create a pool for 3 VLANs. There are 3 VLANs in which one is 10, one is 20, and one is 30 network. So how to create a DHCP pool? To create a DHCP pool. This is for VLAN. Any name we can give. To identify ourselves, I will give the name as VLAN 2. Okay, then I want to give the network, which is my router's network. 10 network only. 10.1.1.0, 255.255.255.0. If I am giving 20 network, it will not work. Then I want to create a default gateway, default router. What is my default router for the PCs? 10 is my default router. I can create a DNS server name number also, IP address also. Okay, and I'll create a separate. If I want to, like suppose I have router IP addresses 10.1.1.10, it should not be used for anyone. Suppose there are some IP addresses 10 to 20, that is only for the, suppose if any visitors are coming, that I have to give it to that person. So I want to exclude the particular IP address. So how to exclude that? IP DHCP excluded address. I can exclude the particular address from 10 to suppose 11 to, this is for the reservation. It should not be given to anyone like that. So I am reserving it from 1 to 9 or 10. I'm reserving it should, yeah, this is for router, it will not give any error. I am reserving it up to 9 or else or 19 or 20. Any of routers IP address will not be given to the laptops. So I am reserving this not to be given to the laptops. So how can I give IP excluded address? Okay. Then I will create for a DHCP pool for VLAN 3. Okay. I will create a network 20
VLAN device I can put anything, na?
Hmm? What?
VLAN tree name I can put anything, na?
Anything. This is for our identification.
But it will take same network means it will give the
You want to give the same network address of default router and the network.
Okay.
Then
He will understand automatically what
yeah,
is it.
yeah. Because according to the default gateway, it will directly go to the laptop. According to that VLAN. Because VLAN I have created a .1 DNS server 100.1. I have created IP DHCP pool. IP DHCP pool, another name VLAN 4. I'll create a network 30. I'll create a default router as 30. DNS server number as 100.100.1. Okay, I have created all my DHCP configuration. Can I able to get the DHCP in my laptop?
Yeah.
Because the router for the EAG repels are run. Can I able to get it?
Yeah.
I not get DHCP request line.
Oh yeah, but my PC does not know about the default gateway right now.
See, I have given the DHCP server. See, initially first what I did, a router with a PC. Directly I created DHCP with it and I have given there. So how I have told about this is the router. 10 is the network, so go to 10 means it will come to 0.10, that is for VLAN 1, 2. Dot 20 means is for VLAN 3, dot 30 for VLAN 4. It will automatically come, but it is not coming. There is a one more command which you want to give it in the router.
DHCP, but no router.
I want to tell that interface F0/0.10 I want to go. Okay, I want to tell the extra command as IP helper address. Okay, helper address in the sense this is the router through which you can go to the IP address. What is the IP address of the DHCP server? 1, 2. What is the IP address we have given there? 1, 2.2. So I'll go here. What is the IP address for the DHCP server? 1, 2.2.
Yeah.
I'll go to interface F0/20 also. The IP helper address is same only. For 20 also, for 30 also I'll go and use the IP helper address 10.1.2. Can I able to get the DHCP now? I have got. I exclude address from 1 to 20. From 21 I am getting. For VLAN 2 I have to get 20 network, right? VLAN 3, sir. This is a VLAN 3. What network I want to get? It's a 20 network. 20 network I have got here. This is a 30 network. Finance. Can I able to get 30 network? 30 network. Got it now? This is a DHCP configuration. If it is in some other place. Okay. That's all about.